I forgot my computer. Whatever. Now, it's kind of dark. But it is what it is. Got my knife. So, I've already started a lot of the debarking shit, as you can see. I don't know how well you can see that. Kind of shit lighting out here. But we work with it. We work with it. But yeah, if you can see that we have already debarked most of it, we just gotta get this end. So hopefully we get that. And we're gonna use the back of the knife. Hey! I am not sussy. You are sussy. I don't know what you're talking about. You are absolutely sussy. So, right here, we still got a little bit of bark on the end of this. So we're just gonna scrape this off with our knife here. Now, I already got a good portion of this done. Like, I went out to the woods and cut down a tree with my hacksaw and came back with it, started debarking it, ate some food, and now we're here again. Once I get all this bark off, I'm gonna start carving off a lot of the wood at the end so it can actually start bending, and I can hopefully get the shape that I want. But this is gonna be a very lengthy process. Oh, I do have a story for you though. When I was out there looking for the wood, I spent fucking 3 hours looking for the perfect sapling. And this is about as good as it can get. It was a pretty decently long sapling. I think this is about like 5 feet or something like that. And I went to the middle of the fucking woods and walked around aimlessly for fucking 3 hours. And I think about 2 hours in to the walking, I fucking see this old lady, and I noticed she has something on her shoulder. It was like a little green thing that was moving around. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I looked closer, and it was a fucking parrot. It was a parrot. She had a parrot on her shoulder, and I was like, holy crap, that's a parrot? That's so badass! And I saw her, I was like walking from this big-ass lake, and that was like a little bit dried out, and she walked the other direction while I was walking to the, like, towards the direction she came from, and I thought that was that. But then I met her again, and this time she was coming towards my direction. I somehow intercepted paths with her again, and I had the chance to like talk to her, and I was like, you know what? Let's take that fucking chance. So I was like, is that a parrot on your shoulder, or is that a bird on your shoulder? And she was like, yeah. You wanna hold them? And I was like, hell yeah, I wanna hold them. I fucking love animals and shit. And she was like, oh hey, what type of animals do you have? And I told her all the pets I had, like a tarantula, dogs, all the cats I've had, and shit like that. While the fucking parrot was on my shoulder. No, literally, she gave me the parrot, and the parrot went from my hand and then just like waddled up and climbed up to my shoulder. I was like, oh my god, there's a parrot on my shoulder. I feel like a pirate. I thought it was so fucking cool. It was the best feeling ever. I literally fell in love with that parrot right then and there. I was like, oh my god, I just want to take him home. I want to take care of him. This is like the best feeling ever. And the parrot, apparently she said that the parrot liked me because it was like headbutting me and shit and doing a little beak thing where it was like happy. I was like, oh my god, I love this thing. I love this thing so much. I was like, oh, I love animals. Then I realized that we were kind of just standing there for a little bit too long, so I was like, okay, you can take your parrot back. I don't want to hold you up for too long. It was nice meeting you and your parrot. You guys are lovely, and then kind of just left it at that, and I went ahead and back to my journey on trying to find the perfect fucking tree to cut down. And that was, honestly, that was like the first time experience. I've never held a bird. That was the first time I held a bird before. She was such a nice lady too. Oh my god. Such a sweet old lady. Gotta go ahead, finish off this last piece of bark. Alright. And I think that's about it. That's the last of the bark at this end. Now, I think what we gotta do is start carving out and making this ends thinner. Same thing with this end. We gotta make this and shape out our side profile. Obviously this middle part, this is gonna stay thick. We want this to be thick. These ends right here is what we want to be thinner, because these are what's gonna bend, and this is what's trying to hold it together and keep it from breaking. That's how bows work. So, how we're gonna shape this. I have a hacksaw, and I believe there should be a hatchet, I think, on the inside. I'm gonna go see ahead and find that. You can go ahead and find that, but do hang tight. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I got the hatchet. It's old, rusty, and probably not going to chop off wood that easily, but since this is a soft wood, hopefully it's not too hard. And as for the side profile, it does already have a bend to it, as you can see right here. It's like, it bends a little bit. I want to see if I can use that. I don't know how much. And this is like towards the base, so this is the thicker end, so I want to see if I can use this bend to my advantage. So we're gonna make sure to keep track of that. Fuck. This blade is a bit dull, so it's probably not the best. Fuck. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off, dude. Yeah, no, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. Bruh. 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 We're going back to knife. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. We're gonna go through the slow process of shaving this down. At least it's softer wood, so it's easier on the hands. There we go. So it is coming off. Maybe it'd be better if I like do this. Nah, it's a little bit too tall. Point it down, maybe. Hold on, let's turn that and point you down. Okay, now that's a bit better lighting. Now you can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. So where's that bend? So you see that bend? There's that bend right there. We're trying to make this a little bit thinner. And that's what we're gonna do. You cannot see. Alright. Come on now. We gotta get better angle on this. On this bullshittery. There we go. Right down at my cock. Fucking freaks. Now, we're gonna be doing this for a good while. Just shaving that off, making it nice and thin. Ugh. The whole reason I'm doing this was because I just had the idea. And my ADHD said, you know what, let's fucking commit. One day, like, this is not even the first time I thought about making a bow. I thought about making a bow plenty of times throughout my childhood. I was like, oh, why don't I make a bow? Let's do it. We could totally do it. And then I would never do it because I was like, never confident in myself that I could. Even though I had the tools at the time, even I had more tools than what I have now. Just a fucking knife. I had plenty of tools at my disposal. I just lacked the confidence and the know-how, even though I watched a couple videos, to do it. It was mostly a confidence issue. I will give it that. Take the mask off? Never. Nope. No face reveal. Now, ever since then, I would always be like an on and off thing where I have an idea about making a bow that I never get around doing it. Because, you know, ADHD and shit. But then, I decided to buy one when I was in high school. I bought a bow and a crossbow, and I loved those things. I bought a crossbow first, and then I bought a bow, because, you know what, I was like, you know what, bows are a bit faster to reload than crossbows, and if I get good at it enough, come on. And I said, you know what, it doesn't hurt to buy another, you know, weapon that's ranged and such. So I went ahead, after I had my crossbow, I bought a bow. And learning how to use that thing was difficult. It was a compound bow. It was a pretty good combo. It's a pretty good compound bow. I'm planning on getting it back from fucking Chicago. And it was difficult. learning how to use it. I ended up hitting so I had this little range in my backyard. I had like a pile of trash and shit where I shot at it. I have a couple videos of me shooting at the pile of trash. It was basically someone threw out this couch and I said, you know what, that would be really good to shoot at. The cushions would be incredibly good to shoot at because it's literally just foam and shit. So no one was going to use it. The trash was probably going to pick it up, burn it, incinerate it, send it to their dump or whatever, and it was going to be useless. So I decided to repurpose that trash to shoot at. And it worked well. I was able to hit it consistently with the crossbow, but with the bow, I ended up hitting the fucking fence a couple times. And I remember I kept hitting low, you know, because I didn't know how to aim it. I didn't know that there was a little ring in the string where you can put your eye towards and actually see where the fuck you're aiming. I didn't know that. I just knew bows from video games, and I thought, oh, you just use the circle sight and you're good. No, there's a string in the back to actually help you aim, or like a little hole in the string, which doesn't compromise the integrity of the string. It actually is very secure, but that's besides the point. So I'm here trying to figure out where the fuck my arrows are going. They keep going low, so I decide, you know what, let's aim a little bit higher. Bad idea. I ended up going over the fucking trash and hitting directly into my fucking fence. And I was like, I pull back, press the little trigger it had a wrist trigger where it clips onto your wrist, and you can press the trigger and it clips onto a little hook on the string. So I was like this, and pull the trigger, and then I hear I just hear a thunk, a loud ass thunk, and I was like, uh-oh. So I ended up checking the fence, and I see that my arrow is stuck in the fucking fence. I was like, oh fuck. Well, shit. There goes my arrow. So I tried to save it. I tried to pull it out, but as I'm like fucking oh my god, this thing, it's just stuck in there. I can't get it out. It's fucking stuck in there. I'm like, putting my back into it. I'm fucking on the ground with my feet on the fence trying to go like, nothing. Fucking nothing. That shit was stuck in there. And I ended up pulling it so hard that the tip breaks off and I fly backwards. I fucking go, oh shit, and fly backwards. I land directly on my fucking ass. And I look at the bow thinking I got it out. I was like, whoa. But no, the fucking tip, I see the tip broke off. I was like, uh-oh. So I open up the fence to go on the gate to go on the other side of the fence, and I fucking see the tip of the arrow in like an inch. The tip of the arrow, an inch plus of the arrow, went all the way fucking through the fence. And I was like, oh. Uh-oh. You know what the best part is? I didn't take it out. That shit's still there. To this day. That tip of the arrow is still stuck in the fence to this day. It is just hidden behind some garbage. And I don't know if my dad knows about it or not. I don't know if he's bothered to look at the fence. But I'm pretty sure eventually when he decides to fix his fence that he's gonna find that fucking tip of the arrow in there. He's gonna be like, this dumbass. But yeah. That was my first... No, not my first. It wasn't the first time I shot a bow. It was my first time owning a bow. The first time I shot a bow was at this camp all the way up in fucking Wisconsin. I think it was like called Phantom something. It was Phantom Ranch, I think. It was Phantom something. Alright. And I thought at the time, like, because I was confident in my bow skills was because of how well I did at Phantom Ranch. I was like one of the only few kids who could actually hit his shots. I was the only one who was hitting the targets, and I actually got a bullseye too. So I was like fucking boom, 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 actually hitting the fucking target, while everyone else was either hitting the target, but then it falls off, or they're fucking going through the fence. They're literally going over the target, it's hitting the floor, the kids were trying, but oh my god, they were not hitting. I was like one of the only few ones who were actually hitting the fucking target. And that was fucking, I don't know, that gave me such an ego boost, since I didn't have that much confidence in myself at the time, but goddamn, that shit gave me the biggest ego boost I have ever gotten. Oh my god. I was also at that same camp, me and my friends, I think his name was Avon or something, we went canoeing, alright? So, everyone, the instructor's telling us, oh, this is how you row, this is how you take out the canoe. Alright, simple enough. We all get our boats, we all go out into the water and shit, and hold on, I'm trying to see what that emote is from Infinite Collector. Anyway, oh, also, sorry, hello Infinite Connector, I was getting too caught up in my story. At that same camp, we ended up fucking going canoeing, and me and Avon, we went out, everyone else went out, we're putting our boats in the water and shit like that. And when everyone's in the water, you know, we're just rowing, you know? We're rowing, getting used to the boat, getting used to working at teams of two, since it was a canoe and we had 2 people in each boat. We were getting used to that. Me and Avon, we were fucking synergizing like fucking crazy. We're like, row, switch sides, row, switch sides. We were the only ones who were like actually, you know, fucking working together and shit. Everyone else was like schmoovin', but like schmoovin' because of the water. They were schmoovin' because of the current and the wind. They were getting carried by the wind farther and farther and farther and farther away from shore. Me and Avon, we noticed this and we were like, hey, aren't we like supposed to go back pretty soon? And he was like, yeah. Why is everyone all the way over there? So I was like, you know what, let's turn the boat around. So I'm rowing my side, we're both rowing the boat side. We successfully turned the boat around. And then we're like, all right, let's head back to shore. Row, switch sides, row, switch sides. We're doing that. We're just doing that. I'm the one in the front. I'm like saying row, switch sides, because I see how much the boat's turning. So row, switch sides, row, switch sides, row. We keep doing that. And eventually we make it to shore. So I get off the boat. I bring the boat onto shore. I pull it up. He gets out. He helps me out. We bring it up to the fucking, where the racks are. And we're just waiting there. We're just waiting there, waiting for everyone to come back. And eventually, what ends up happening is that the instructors who were there to watch us, they ended up having to get a motorized boat. One of those pontoons or whatever the fuck. The ones with the double sides and then the platform. I forget what it's called. I think it's called a pontoon. And they ended up taking one of those boats out to get all of the fucking kids who got stranded on the far end of the fucking lake. All the way on the other side of the fucking lake. I kid you not. They were like 3 miles away from shore. And me and Avon, we were the only ones who made it back to shore without any help. We used teamwork to get back. Well, all those kids who were like fucking 3 miles away, they had to get picked up by the instructors. And what we ended up doing while they were driving, like the instructors were driving back with them on the boat, we were just, wow, welcome back, guys, wow. We were just there slow clapping for them because we were the only ones who made it back. So we were there just being little pieces of shit. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny though. Just there slow clapping. They wouldn't stand a chance against Jason. On God. They would not. We were all in elementary school at that time. I remember that. Those days were simpler. Elementary school, just all you had to worry about was fucking how to do fucking multiplication, addition, or whatever the fuck, and not have to worry about relationships or whatever. Simpler times. Can you fucking Christ. We're not really making too much progress here. I don't have a sharp axe. The guy, he used an axe to chop off this end, but I don't really have a good axe. This axe is very fucking dull. This is more for splitting, not for carving. But we make do. Oh my god. This reminds me of another story. Alright. So, in my old house up in Wisconsin, we had this huge backyard. Huge to the brim. Fucking big ass backyard. I think there used to be a tree there, but then they ended up cutting down the tree in our backyard for whatever reason. I don't remember what the reason was. It was a beautiful fucking tree though. I remember it. It was one hell of a tree. It was a thick tree too. That tree was there way before we bought the house. So it was a big tree. I think we had a swing set on it too. Like a little tire swing, if I recall correctly. For some reason we got rid of it. I still don't remember to this day why. I love that tree though. I love that tree. I don't know. When I saw it go, I was like, where the fuck is the tree? We had a tree here. Why did you get rid of it? Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense to me. But yeah, they got rid of it. What they didn't get rid of though was all the sticks that were left behind. I returned. Welcome back. So they may have gotten rid of the tree, but they didn't get rid of all the sticks that it left behind. And me and my siblings, being the dumbasses that we were, decided, you know what? Let's fuck with the sticks. Let's fucking hit each other and shit. And we would have fucking battle royales. No, I kid you not. My siblings would pin me and my younger cousin up against each other and have us fight with sticks and shit. They would I would have like a trash can shield and a fucking gardening pick in the other hand, like one of those long ass for the tomato vines, where you stick it in the ground, the tomato vines grow on top of it. But yeah, I basically had to make like a dull spear and a fucking trash can shield, trying to fucking hit my cousin and shit, and he had dual wielding sticks and shit because he thought he was fucking Kirito. And by the way, he fucking loved SAO, so he was dual wielding. You're like, whoa. And we're over here fucking, sports stuff, for sports. He's trying to stab this kid, my fucking cousin, with a dull ass spear. That's what it was though. It was literally a dull spear. All I had to do was sharpen it, and then it would have been an actual spear. Hold on, 100 bruh. Have fun? Oh, fuck you. Hold on. Are you kidding me? Are we actually serious though? What are the redeems? How do I see the redeems? What are redeems? Where are the redeems so I can redeem it? Stream manager. There we go. Are we... Oh, I didn't do that yet. Burpees. Oh my god! Oh my god! How many did you do? How many did you do? I'm not gonna be able to do all of those. Oh my god, dude. Dude, that's so many. That's so many. Dude. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. That's near. Hold on. Because I'm supposed to do 20 for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times 20. That's fucking. That's hold on. 15 times 20. If 20 times 10 is 200, plus 5 more 20s, that's 300. That's 300, dude. You want me to do? Uh-oh. Shane. Why is everything blurry? You want me to do fucking... Why is everything blurry? Hello? Hello? Is there... Better slap a cooldown on that. Yeah, I am... How am I gonna... Okay. Guys, is stream blurry for you, by the way? Is it blurry at all? Because to me right now it looks really, really, really fucking blurry. Just the glare in the light. Alright, so that's just the me issue.